When I tell people that I run a software company that teaches biblical Greek and Hebrew, they often respond with questions about how much richer or deeper the Bible is in the original languages. Bible study leaders will say things to me like, I don't know Greek, but I look up the Greek words on Blue Letter Bible and the meaning is just so much richer. While we are all at different places in our Bible study journeys, I want to suggest that there is a better way to use biblical Greek and Hebrew to deepen your understanding of Scripture. A better way than just looking up the words and their definitions on Blue Letter Bible and things like that. So, what is that better way? A concordance allows you to search for a word, while a dictionary gives you a definition of a word. Definitions are based on how words are used, and they can sometimes be misleading. For example, Google tells us that the meaning or definition of drown is die through submersion in and inhalation of water. No doubt, this is probably what people naturally think of when they hear the word drown. However, not all instances of the word drown mean this, as Google also tells us. The example Google pulls from Oxford Languages is good pizza is not 8 inches thick and drowned in tomato sauce. And I am in total agreement with Google there. So here's the issue. Definitions normally only take into account some of the uses of the words. No one dies when we cover 8 inches of dough in tomato sauce. Though as a pizza lover and maker myself, part of me might die at the sight of that. But really, definitions are just summaries of a group of uses. Rather than relying on someone else's description, and it is notoriously difficult, by the way, to describe word uses, you can instead just go to the uses themselves that the definition is trying to describe. This is what a concordance gives you. Let's take a real example, such as the first word in the Bible, which is Bereshit, in the beginning. When you look up this word on Blue Letter Bible, you will see 4 different glosses as follows. 1, beginning. 2, first. 3, chief. And 4, choice part. This gives us an idea of the range of meaning, but it leaves a lot of questions unanswered, such as, what does first exactly mean here? Is it referring to something like first in line, or first place, or first slice of cake, or first child? Can the Hebrew word reshit be used for all of these English firsts? And what about chief? Is this the chief of a tribe or a parent's chief concern for their children? Of course, we could ask the same questions about the other English glosses or small definitions. The problem is that we don't know without looking at how the word is actually used in context. That's the kind of information we want. And that is the kind of information a concordance gives us. We can quickly read all the examples with a particular word in it and see what kind of beginning, first, chief, and choice part the Hebrew word can refer to. Apps like Blue Letter Bible also provide a concordance. So it is super easy to search for words using all kinds of free resources. That sets us up to figure out what the word means in a particular context. And this leads into a mistake I often see made when people talk about Greek and Hebrew words. And that is that they put too much meaning into a single word. The Greek word arche, beginning, is roughly equivalent to the Hebrew word we just talked about, reshit, beginning. Blue Letter Bible's dictionary provides a different set of glosses though. Here are the first few. Beginning or origin, the person or thing that commences. The first person or thing in a series, the leader, that by which anything begins to be, the origin, the active cause. So this word arche, beginning, has a lot of different uses. This word happens to be used at the beginning of John, no pun intended, in the phrase, in the beginning. Arche was the word. I can almost audibly hear a preacher now explaining that the Greek word arche does not just mean beginning, but it means the origin of something, or the active cause. So John uses this word at the beginning of his gospel to hint that the Word, or Jesus, was not only there in the beginning, but he is also the origin and cause of everything. That preaches well, but it isn't right. When multiple definitions are given for a word, they do not all apply at the same time to a given occurrence of a word. Let's go back to the shameful individual who made the pizza with the 8-inch crust drowning in sauce. The word drown here does not also mean that someone died by inhaling too much water, even though that is a different gloss of the word. It either means death by inhalation of water, or it means putting too much liquid ingredients on a food. It does not mean both simultaneously. This is not to say that both meanings of drown are totally unrelated, but it is to say that they have a different set of inferences associated with them. What do I mean by this? When a person drowns, we infer that someone dies. When a pizza drowns in sauce, we don't make that same inference. So when we come back to John 1:1, the word arche, beginning, only refers to the temporal beginning. It does not also refer to Jesus as the active cause of anything. And in fact, Greek speakers wouldn't have been thinking about the active cause of something. They would have just been thinking about the temporal beginning. Just like we don't think about death when we have an example like the pizza is drowning in sauce. After we have used a concordance to determine the range of meaning, we then need to pick from the kinds of meanings the word can convey. Current linguistic research says that about 80% of words are polysemous, which means that they can have more than one possible meaning. So we will normally have more than one option to choose from after looking at all the ways the word is used. In order to determine what the word means in a particular context, we want to see how it is used in other similar contexts. Our description of what the word means should then include the particular meaning in that context and not every meaning in all possible contexts. That is a misleading and wrong way to characterize what a word means. But I'm going to give you my biased opinion. The best way to use Greek and Hebrew to transform the way you read the Bible is to ditch translations altogether. You can learn Greek and Hebrew for yourself and read the Bible in the original languages. Although a lot of people feel like this is an impossible task, we at Biblingo are here to try to convince you that it is not. Biblingo is designed to take anyone from nothing to reading the Bible in the original languages. Reading the Bible for yourself in Greek and Hebrew is one of the best ways to deepen your understanding of Scripture. Sign up for a free 10-day trial today and check it out for yourself.